the Boy Scouts. Any portion of Boy Scouts. You can't do it for venturing because, or a Cub Scout pack. No, they are part of BSA. But it can be for any other nonprofit organization. So find that organization that you want to do it for under those stipulations. Now, could you possibly do a ramp for a person? Maybe. Because there may be a nonprofit organization out there whose job is to help the disabled, and they want a ramp put at a house. You are now doing it for that organization, not for the individual. So think about what you're trying to do, who you want to help. Yes, sir?
Did you do a fundraiser for a nonprofit organization?
No, you cannot. It cannot be a fundraiser. It cannot be a fundraiser. The objective cannot be to go raise money for them. Okay? Good question, though.
But fundraising can be part of the project.
We'll get into that.
And you'll get into that later.
Okay, next slide. Down arrow. Okay, once you've decided the top area you want to do, I want to help kids. Okay? Pick the top 2 or 3 agencies that you did your list of. And then call them. Helping children, we said children's shelter, hospital, or playground at my church. That's what I want to see about doing. Call them. Tell them who you are. Tell them you're a Boy Scout. That you're a Life Scout looking to become an Eagle Scout. And that you're looking for a project. And ask them if they have a project that you could do for them. But you've got to call them. Even better than calling is visiting. But calling allows you to call the children's shelter, a hospital, or your church and talk to 3 or 4 organizations and get 3 or 4 ideas. Then once you've narrowed it down, maybe to 2, you can go and see them and find out which one you'd like to focus on. Well, that sounded good on the phone, but it doesn't look as good when I went and talked to them. But this other place, that sounded like a real good project, and it looks like it might be a real good project. But ask them. A lot of these places have projects in mind. And if somebody's going to do it, sometimes they even got money set aside to help with that project. But it's a lot cheaper to hire a Boy Scout to do it for free with all his labor than it is to hire a contractor to do it for a lot of money. And if it's a project the Scout can handle, they can get a lot more project for a lot less dollars. And so it's a win-win situation. Next slide. Okay, remember, it can't be general maintenance, going and raking the leaves, painting the fence. It cannot be general maintenance. It can't be something that is done routinely. We paint the outside of the building every 2 years. That's routine maintenance. Now, if the building has never been painted, and it needs total refurbishment, and that means going and scraping all the walls and all the old paint and repairing some wood and then painting it, that may be a good project. And there was a Scout that did that downtown San Antonio. There was a predominantly black neighborhood. There was a very old wooden church. It had not been painted for years and years. They had to strip that outside to the bare bone. Some guy drove by, saw him out there working, and said, "What y'all doing?" "Getting ready to paint this church. This is an Eagle Scout project." "Well, I've got some scaffolding. Would you like that to use?" And he saw him doing it and provided some scaffolding. But that was a hard project. That was not routine maintenance. It was much more than routine maintenance. So remember, it can't be something done routinely, can't be maintenance. It has to be something where you can lead a group. An Eagle Scout project is a Scout leadership project. It is designed to be a leadership project. It is not something you can do on your own. It's easier if you do it on your own because, hey, I know what my hours are, I know when I can work, I know I can get it done. But it's not about just getting the service done. It's about learning to use what you've already learned about leadership. So it's a leadership service project. It has to be of enough size, magnitude, scope, big project, so that you can show leadership. If it's something very small, we're going to go and we're going to put in a cement cornerstone. It's not very big. It only takes 1 or 2 people to do that. It's not a very large project. Now, if we're going to go in and put in a long cement sidewalk or a long stone sidewalk or a long brick sidewalk, it's going to take a lot of guys, a lot of time to do that. That's scope and magnitude. It's large. It's going to take a lot of guys to work on it. I'm going to have to direct them.